Hey there, do you ever struggle with perfectionism? CC Cheney here, and that is something that I have definitely had to overcome. So, I have really come to the understanding that perfectionism is a dream killer, but I believe that we all have important gifts to share with the world. And if you want to get that message out, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how you can do that. So, as you can see from the title of this, it's called Can I Be Me? And the reason that I wrote that is because I watched a documentary over the weekend about Whitney Houston, right? And it was entitled Can I Be Me? And so they talk a lot about her being a pop star, right? And so they, at the very beginning, they're talking about building her career, and they had the mindset, they had the idea that she was meant to be this crossover sensation, right? And in order for her to do that, she needed to really be she needed to really have a perfect image, right? That's what they were talking about. She's got to have this perfect image so that all audiences accepted her. And so one of the things that she struggled with was that, she grew up sort of as a gospel singer, right? She was singing in her church, and any music that she would create when she was first getting started that had any sort of funk to it, any sort of rhythm and blues, any of that to it, if that music came, her people would send it back and say, hey, we're not going to be promoting that music. We need music that people are going to hear and they're going to, embrace. So she's got to be absolutely perfect, right? And so it's interesting watching this documentary because she gets to finally go to the Soul Train Awards, and this is this big moment for her, and she's nominated in her in a category, and when her picture goes across the big screen at the awards, she gets booed, right? This is the very beginning of her career, and I thought this was just so interesting. She gets booed, right? And she's like, wait a minute, what happened, right? And so her audience, some of the people that she really wanted, to hear her, didn't hear her. In fact, they didn't think that she was making music that was authentic, right? And so, the story that they share is that, she starts using this expression, can I be me, right? Can I just be me? Can I just make music that feels good to me, right? When can I just be me? Now, after this whole booing debacle, she finally kind of stands up for herself, and they let her have a little bit more creative control in her music. And I'm listening to this, and it stands out so much to me because I'm going, this idea of perfectionism can kill your dreams. It just absolutely can. And it made me think about my own life. And all of the things that I've wanted to do, and how perfectionism has really stopped me from taking action, right? Right? Because if that thing is not perfect yet, I need to do one more thing. I need to take one more course. I need to learn one more skill before I take any action. You get in this state of complete and total inaction, right? The other piece of that is you get in this state of fear, right? Because if I don't put out this perfect message, what are people going to think? What are they going to say? How is that going to be received? Right? And so for me, I've come to understand, I've been doing lots of personal growth and development, and I've come to understand that we all are here for some reason, right? To share some gift, to share what we came here to do with people. And if we are stuck in a state of perfectionism, we will live and we will die, and we will have not done that. So you might be saying, okay, right, Cece, that makes a lot of sense. I want to share my gifts. I'm a perfectionist though. How do I get beyond that? But the real key to getting your message out there is to sort of take a note from Whitney Houston's book and just say, hey, how can I be me, right? When I first got started with online marketing, I would see these people with these perfectly crafted posts, and they would have, perfect pictures that were just edited to amazingness, right? And, they had the perfect copy. I would read and go, wow, that's freaking amazing. I could never do that. Mine's is not good enough. My pictures aren't good enough. All of these things. And that would keep me from getting into action. But I embraced this sort of mentality right before watching this documentary. I said, look, I'm just going to be me. I'm going to throw myself out there. And so some of you are on my email list, and I talk about all sorts of interesting things from my life. And those sorts of posts, those sorts of messages are the ones where people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I've heard something similar. I've heard people talk about this topic before, but the way you said it made so much sense to me, right? And so being able to share from an authentic place allows me, or it has allowed me, to reach out to people who resonate with me, for my people, to attract my tribe. And that's what you want to do as you're building your business, as you're creating your dream lifestyle, as you are sharing your gifts with the world. You really want to take the time to really be authentic and share from a real place, to be yourself. So you might be saying, okay, that sounds all great and dandy, but how do I do that? I don't know what that means, right? That perfectionism might still be killing you. Or you might be someone like me who likes step-by-step instructions. If you want a little bit of help with coming up with content that is authentic to you, that is just you being you, that your tribe will resonate with, drop me a comment below, or send me a message, and I'll send you my free guide that I put together that's all about creating authentic content. So that's really what I have for you today. Go out there and be the best version of yourself. Your gifts are meant to be shared with the world, so don't let perfectionism kill your dreams. Until next time, ciao.